PokeRAMBLE podcast.
The Ramble is back and we're not talking smack. I don't know how I'm still sane, and you'll find out why I said that in a couple of moments. That's a lame intro. I'm sticking with it. Welcome to episode 22 of the PokeRAMBLE podcast. I'm your host, Kumail, still sane, and with me, who's also sane, the Battle Frontier Brain himself, Amit. How's it going?
You've probably given this the best possible podcast name we've ever had.
Yes, actually, just before I go into the podcast name and why I've kept it like that. How are you today? How's your week been?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. Yes.
nothing new, nothing to note.
Episode 0, for those who are keeping tabs. Congratulations on making it to the second flying bird of Kanto.
Pharaoh's sort of weird looking, isn't it? When you think about it.
It doesn't look like it should be able to fly. It's too spindly.
Yeah, I totally get that. I actually don't know what you mean by spindly, to be honest with you. I'm just going
Like
along with it.
it doesn't look like the opposite of like bulky.
Oh, okay.
Like it just looks really like skinny and not like tough enough for a real fight.
It hasn't had enough like.
It's not eating its vegetables.
Not enough orange berries.
That's it.
What was the thing in Gen 3? It's not
Pokeblocks.
Pokeblocks. Yeah.
Pokeblock.
Okay, yeah, hasn't had enough Pokeblocks. But that aside, have you been playing any Let's Go or?
Do you know what? I haven't been playing Let's Go because I've split my time this week between Genshin Impact, which I'm playing too much of, and finishing the Sword and Shield DLC or making progress through it.
Nice. Have you found any random shinies in the wild yet, or?
I've not found any random shinies in the wild.
Have you found any in the DLC yet, or?
Yeah, we found one together, didn't we? We found a Cryogonal in the Max Raid adventure.
You did, yeah. The DLC has been pretty lucky for me so far, so yeah. I mean, my past week, well, I guess since the last episode we did, I've been soft resetting, hence the name Stop the Brackets Soft Reset Count, and I got really lucky with Regirock, because I'll tell you the encounters. It was 367 encounters for me to get the shiny Regirock. Now, for
which is so we should say that par.
Yeah.
So the average is 1,349 soft resets.
Or 71 with shiny charm,
71.
isn't it?
That's it. 71. 1371.
Yeah,
so
with shiny
over
charm.
1,000 is par.
Yeah.
You got Regirock in 300-ish.
Yeah.
So you were well under par. You did really well there.
Yeah, and for people wondering why I'm trying to get these legendaries, well, I'm just trying to complete like a shiny living dex, and I thought, why not do this now? And so I got Regirock, feeling really good about myself, feeling very smug. Then we got to Registeel. Now the shiny method I'm using is soft resetting, because there's a 3-button sort of like I'd say combo, but it's not a combo, but it's like only 3 buttons I need to remember, and it's come to the point where I can do it without thinking about it. So that's why I'm using this method. But we came to Registeel. Now, interestingly, have a guess of how sort of long it took me to get Registeel.
I mean, I want to say you've been at this for what, a week now?
Yeah. So when the DLC came out, give it till the Thursday. From the Thursday the DLC came out till now, so maybe like 2 weeks at that point, or 10 days essentially. I had been soft resetting for this Registeel, and I finally got it at 6:30 a.m. Sunday.
I cannot believe that.
Yeah, and I got it at 5,563 soft resets.
You were more than 4,000 soft resets over par.
So like past full odds at that point as well. So
you passed full. Yes. Oh my gosh, you passed full odds.
Yeah, so it was tragic. But I do want to announce something for the channel. Is that the PokeRAMBLE will be doing Mewtwo Mondays. So I'm doing this grand adventure to complete the living dex, and I thought, you know what? I haven't done my Mewtwo encounter. At least I hope I haven't done my Mewtwo encounter in Pokemon Let's Go. I think I transferred a Mewtwo from Pokemon Go to complete the PokeDex for the shiny charm. So I need the shiny Mewtwo.
You know, I have a shiny Mewtwo that you're welcome to. Fully legit. It's from an event.
Oh, yeah, I've got that event Mewtwo as well. But I thought because the one in Let's Go is still sitting there and I haven't touched it.
All right.
And because I think we can put some more content up on the channel, I think Mewtwo Mondays would be pretty cool. Just an hour, little chat, whilst doing some soft resets for a shiny Mewtwo.
All right, shout out to Mewtwo Monday.
Yeah, Mewtwo Monday. So you can expect that from next week, hopefully. We'll keep you, just check our YouTube channel, really. You can check the Twitch if you follow us, but otherwise check the YouTube channel because it'll be up there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Mewtwo Monday, so that should be a lot of fun. But I think that's probably enough about soft resetting. I mean, I am thinking about the Swords of Justice, whether or not to do those, but I might just complete them and then soft reset on another account, essentially, because this is literally drained me. I think as soon as I get Regice, which I'm actually doing right now, as soon as I do Regice, and then Regieleki, because I'll do Regidrago afterwards because that's a bit harder to tell. I'll take a break and I'll just play the normal sort of Crown Tundra stuff because I do want to advance in that. And not to forget that next gen is among us. Our American friends, Canadian friends, and a few other friends across the globe are getting their next gen consoles this week. However, us lucky folks in the UK who have ordered a PS5 will be getting that next Thursday. So I'm trying to get things done by next Thursday. Probably not realistic, but hey, we'll see. We'll see. But that's enough rambling for me. Should we get on to the news?
Let's do it.
Oh, I've done that amateurish thing. Okay. News jingle coming your way in a second. I'm just filling time here. You can tell I'm rusty. Hang on. Here we go. This is the segment we like to call What's Pokemon Going On? Here we are. So, unprecedented. Very, very cool. I guess it's only happened in December during Christmas community days, but we're getting 2 community days this month, which is really, really, really funky and fresh. Essentially, we're getting Electabuzz Community Day, which is happening on Sunday, November 15th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time. And then the following week on the Saturday, we're getting Magmar Community Day, which will take place, like I said, Saturday, November 21st from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time. Now, have a guess what their special move is for these two if you evolve them.
I want to say that they have the opposite punch. So Electabuzz has Fire Punch and Magmar has Thunder Punch.
Very close. It's going to be Electabuzz has I think it's Flamethrower, and Magmar or Magmortar, sorry, is going to have Thunderbolt. So yeah, they're basically doing that, which is kind of cool in a way.
But they're not legal moves. Magmortar can't learn Thunderbolt.
Well, listen, this is Pokemon Go. But I think
Pokemon going to write a letter.
Oh no. Many of our American friends, obviously, Pokemon. Oh shit! I ruined the joke. I was gonna say Pokemon went to the polls, but no, Pokemon go to the polls. Never mind.
That's all right. It's interesting how over time Pokemon has sort of paired Pokemon off. Like Electabuzz and Magmar were never connected in any way in Generation 1, but over in Gen 2 they both got babies, and Gen 4 they both got evolutions. They both evolve in same kind of way. It's weird how they've been paired off.
I get what you're saying, but I always thought they were a bit synonymous with one another, just in the fact that they're both single stage evolutions. I think in the anime there was I can't remember, I think there were 2 gangs in the first generation. That one liked Electabuzz. It was in the cowboy town, if you remember. It was like a cowboy episode, and one gang liked Electabuzz, one gang had Magmar, or maybe it was Johto, but it was
I think it might have been Johto because I remember playing it in. Oh no, I want to say the Orange Islands. It might have been.
Yeah, you could be right. Yeah. But I do think they've always had this sort of weird connection. Definitely artificially produced by the Pokemon Company. You're right, but yeah, it's pretty cool to see them both getting a community day in the same month. It springs a problem for me because I need to clear out my boxes, and I'm a bit of a Pokemon hoarder. So I don't letting go of stuff, but I'm going to have to. So yeah, that gives me a real headache for this week. But what's not giving me a headache for this week is this Animation Week. So, this comes by way of leakduck.com, as you can see there. They make these excellent graphics for Pokemon events, and if you want to keep track with Pokemon events, definitely head on over to leakduck.com. But yeah, it's Animation Week, so to celebrate the Pokemon Journeys anime, they are doing all sorts of stuff in the game. First thing to note is that there is a special research which essentially gives you all sorts of different Pokemon, which includes a guaranteed shiny Psyduck as well, which is quite surprising. I don't think we've ever gotten a guaranteed shiny. Oh, thank you very much to Turtles101 for subscribing with Amazon Prime. I've completely forgotten to keep the chat up, but no, thank you very much for that. So yeah, it is Animation Week. They're giving you a guaranteed shiny Psyduck, I think at step 7. Alongside that, you can get Go, not the game, but Go as in the character Go from Pokemon Journeys clothes in the shop for free. You can get Riolu, Pichu, Cubone, and Mantike from 7km eggs, and there's all sorts of Pokemon spawning in the wild. Notable ones include Dratini and World Cap Pikachu, which is really cool. And just the last thing about Animation Week, Lugia is in raids, and that's to commemorate this second episode of Pokemon Journeys where Lugia was, in a raid. So, yeah, I got a shiny Lugia in my first raid, so I was quite chuffed.
Yeah, you did that quickly.
Yeah, I was really happy. I mean, I don't raid too much at the moment, and I had to get my friend to send me an invite using remote passes and whatnot. So yeah, I was quite happy to get a
and
shiny
we
Lugia.
should add as well that all those Pokemon appearing in the wild can be shiny as well. So Dratini, Scyther, Cyndaquil, all can be shiny.
Yeah, I have not found a shiny this event yet, but you know, I've had good luck with the Lugia from the raid, so you know, I'm not going to complain. I will say Pikachu's not spawning too much, which is a bit disappointing, but I'm quite happy I've got the shiny already, thank God.
Don't forget to get your Pikachus in Sword and Shield.
Oh God, yeah, you're right. I'll do that.
You'll
this
forget.
week.
You'll forget. I guarantee.
I will.
I'm sure there are people listening to this who won't have redeemed the 8 Pikachus yet for their Sword and Shield because they were like, "Oh, wait till all the codes are out." All the codes are now out. Go get your Pikachus.
Oh God,
no excuse.
It's going to be like a factory, isn't it? Just me entering codes. And I have
to
do it on
it's
another
laborious.
account
I'll be
well.
honest.
Yeah. Huh?
It is laborious. Like you have
Yeah.
to type in 8 codes. You have to wait for it to like sync, and then it downloads, and then it's like, "Yeah, you got it." And then it's like, "Do you want to move it to a box?" You're like, "Yeah, I'll do that." And then it's a whole thing.
What I'll do is I'll life hack it. If you go in a certain box and then close your boxes, it'll move to that box, if that makes sense, automatically.
I will life hack it one more. In the settings for Sword and Shield, you can disable manually ask you where to put your Pokemon, and it will just automatically dump it in the first box for you. And you can do the same with nicknames as well. You can stop it giving you nicknames as well.
I might have done that when I was doing this egg hatching stuff. Because
yeah,
that'll
that'd have
take
been a pain
a lot
otherwise.
of time. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it for what's Pokemon going on. Apart from one more thing, which is there was a bug with Adventure Sync. So essentially, Adventure Sync is like when your phone is not running Pokemon Go, it can still track your steps and whatnot, and then it will sync it with the game.
Oh, that's cool.
And so they've been using that for quite some time. Apparently it was bugged and not working, so Niantic are giving egg incubators a 25% hatch distance until 11 o'clock universal time on November 13th. So essentially your eggs will hatch 25% quicker, I think.
That's actually was one of my bugbears.
I think it's 1 quarter actually. Sorry, one of those two. Someone will tell me.
The 25% off or 25% total.
Yeah, I know. 420.
The one of my biggest bugbears when I first got the app was that you couldn't hatch eggs unless the app was open, and it was such a battery drain when it first came out.
Yeah.
So that's a cool workaround, so that you can still hatch your eggs and not have to have the app
if you've got
open.
your like Samsung Fitness apps and stuff like that, it'll definitely like use that to track steps and whatnot and distance whatnot.
Does it mess up in the same way a Fitbit does, where if you just like move your hand up and down repeatedly, it counts steps?
I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Because that was one of the really good things about having the app open.
you could say to Sophie, "Look how much I've exercised this week."
I know, right? No, because when you originally had when you have the app open, it measures your distance against time, so it can tell if you're speeding, it can tell if you're actually moving, etc. So your phone could be stationary, but as long as your avatar was moving around the map, like that when your GPS isn't quite connected properly and it just sort of buffs around. That counts as steps, as long as it's not too fast.
That's pretty cool.
So I wonder whether when the app is open, it does one thing, and then when it's not, it does the other, or if they've entirely migrated to the pedometer on your phone.
I'd be tempted to say it gets the information from the app on your phone. So I think it's Google for Android. I don't know what it would be for iPhone, but I definitely think it uses that data rather than the Pokemon data. So I think even if you're running too fast, it'll still count it, if that makes sense.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so that might be something that will bring you back into the game, huh? Am I right? Or
the one thing that actually will get me back in, and it will get me back into the game, is Let's Go integration. Particularly if they make a Gen 2 Let's Go, I might well jump into Pokemon Go to try and grab some cool Pokemon to do a playthrough on Let's Go Johto.
Yeah, because Let's Go integration is already there, so you can interact with Let's Go and Pokemon Go. It's just no later generations in Generation 1, really. So if you want to do, that's how you get your Meltan boxes, for example, Amit. So you can get your Meltans in Pokemon Go,
yeah,
and then you can transfer them into Let's Go. But yeah, I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there for the Pokemon Go stuff. Just an update. I'm at 301 encounters for Regis at the moment, so just let you know. Just let you know. We'll move on. So you wanna be a Masters, Pokemon Masters? Oh my god. Well, there's eggs. Something about eggs, psychic eggs, poison eggs, all types of eggs.
So many eggs, yeah. The first thing is
the eggs. The greatest eggs.
Literally all the eggs. We have a psychic and poison type egg event, so you can get yourself a shiny Abra or a shiny Grimer, or both if you feel like getting both. And also there's execute eggs, so if you want one of those, you can get an Executor. And there's also Nidorans, which is the same Nidoran females as you can get in the generic eggs, but they've put them in anyway. I'm hatching nothing but Nidorans.
Yeah, same. What I wanted to ask was, are any of them useful?
Definitely not as useful as the previous egg event, where we had a Mankey with Die Hit All, which was really helpful. I mean, Abra's got some decent flinch synergy. It's got Aggravation 2, which is better than you get from Acerola and Passerland, so it's not awful. And Executor has Troublemaker 1 Sleep Powder, which is always a really helpful thing to have.
That basically guarantees sleep, does it?
Pretty much. I don't think I've ever missed with Serena since I put Troublemaker 1 as her lucky skill.
Okay, fair enough. Next thing to sort of cover off is Licia. There was an event with Licia. She just dropped into the game out of nowhere, and we got an event with her. Did you play through the event?
Yeah, so I played through the event. It was interesting because I think a lot of people forgot that Licia existed, and then when we had the summer event earlier this year, people were like, "Oh, here's a trainer we've just forgotten about." And then to have a whole event,
that whole thing about her and Uncle, like what? What?
Yeah, about her and Wallace. That was a really nice. I mean, can I talk spoilers for the event? Is that?
Yeah,
I mean, past now.
I think it's like running out in a couple of days' time. So
yeah, so I'm gonna talk spoilers for a minute or two. It's a really nice event. It's another map-based event, so you unlock the stories you progress through map tiles, but there were some really, really cool story interactions between Licia and Wallace, and a really funny side story between her and Gladion as well.
Yes, that was my favorite. That's what I wanted to bring up. That was
I knew
so
you'd call
funny.
that out. Yeah, it was very funny. There was some really good. I mean, that's one of my favorite things about the sub stories. So, the main story is really funny and whatever.
Yeah.
But the sub stories, they always make an effort to bring characters together from different generations.
Yeah.
So you get those interactions that you just never get in the mainline games. And for me, they're some of the best bits. So there was a really cool thing with Gladion, and some really nice interactions with Uncle Wallace as well.
Yeah, no, it was a very enjoyable event because of the side stories rather than the actual main story. I'd sort of argue.
I'll be honest, the whole time that I was going through the main story, I just kept singing "You spin me right," because the whole thing is about spinning in circles.
Dizzying, dazzling. Did I do that right?
You did it perfectly.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's how brainwashed I am. But also, so not only a story, but she was actually introduced into the game. So why don't we just talk about her as a character. Let's sort of begin with her move set. What is her
Yeah,
move set?
so 5-star sync pair, six with a 6-star EX capability.
Mm-hmm.
4 basic moves, so Twister, Defog, Spotlight Please, and Moonblast.
Mm-hmm.
And then after Mega Evolving, Twister is replaced with Dragon Pulse.
Mm-hmm.
So Twister is an AoE Dragon type move, good chance of flinching.
Which is really cool. I like that.
Yeah, AoE flinching is definitely not something to turn your nose up at. Defog, which is a brand new move, really helpful one, which clears terrain effects from the field
Mm-hmm.
and also clears effects like crit shield, physical shield, special shield from the opponent's side of the field
There have
and
been
lowers their evasiveness.
some stages where like the opponents have put up crit shields, and I'm like, oh god, please stop doing this to me.
Yeah, I mean, it surprises me. Like, the one thing that would make Pokemon Masters battles really difficult is if you just stick vigilance on everything.
Yeah. Oh god.
But it's weird that they've never done that. Like, I feel like that would make a decent challenge for like a full force battle if like every Pokemon in the middle had vigilance.
I mean, at some point they'll be unkillable before you get killed.
Well, no, but that's the thing, is because
Yeah.
you can still bring in something with Screech and lower defense, or something with.
That's where I think you'll be using more than like a team of a team of 3. Sorry, for example, you'll be using like 5 or 6 teams to defeat the full force battle, rather than just using one team to defeat the whole thing.
Maybe I feel like with Venusaur, a decent striker, and a healer, you'd be okay. I mean, to be fair, Venusaur does healing as well, so between those, you'd be okay. Particularly Venusaur, because you can drop defense and special defense. I don't think there's many other sync pairs who can do that.
No, I guess with the poison as well, racking up over time.
Yeah, so hey, maybe one day. DNA, if you're listening, that would be a good challenge for Hall 30 in the Battle Villa. So just putting it out there.
We basically know what Moonblast and Dragon Pulse does. What does Defog and Spotlight Please do?
Yeah, so Defog, I mentioned, clears terrain and removes effects from the opponent's side of play. It's also got lots of synergy on Sync Grid, which we may talk about in a second. Spotlight Please makes opponents target the user for a short time, so a good one for cart battles in particular. Drastically raises the user's defense, so that's 3 stages, and raises the user's special attack. So nothing too breaking there, but the defense boost is definitely appreciated.
And the passives.
Yeah, so decent passives. Revenge Boost 9, which I think is the first sync pair to get it, which guarantees the move gauge recharges by 1 when the user's hit by an attack move. So really helpful when it's alongside Spotlight Please, because you can guarantee that you're going to get hit. HP trade-off, so an inverse of another type of passive skill we've seen before. So the less HP the user has remaining, the more it powers up moves.
So it's good against opponents that use AoE and stuff like that.
Yeah, so one that you really want to try and get Altaria down to lower hit points to power up moves. And then Pressure Cooker 1, which is once per battle, has a small chance of reducing the user's sync move count down by 1 when in a pinch. So nothing too fantastic there, but nice to have.
I saw that its sync move had something quite interesting added to it. What was that all about?
So its sync move is called Miracle Idol Draco Meteor.
Of course it is.
And the first thing it does is it Mega Evolves Altaria into Mega Altaria. And the move power is also increased if there are no field effects on the opponent's side of the field.
Okay. So that's why
so that includes, so it's like a standard tech pair. There's a way to boost the power of that move. So it does include weather, terrain, and other effects like shields, etc.
Okay, and what stands out about its sync grid?
There's just lots of good synergy, particularly around Defog, and making that a reusable move, and having extra buffs that come off the back of it. And also, the one thing that stands out for Altaria is its special attack after Mega Evolving. Even at base potential, so 0 out of 20, 407 special attack is Charizard levels of strength. So a really, really strong sync pair with actually really respectable bulk as well, particularly in special defense. 271 special defense is very strong, and defense 189, but does get that boost from the trainer move. So all around, not a bad sync pair at all.
Combined with a fairy move, I mean, you're in for a good time, aren't you?
Yeah, people have been waiting for just a spammable fairy move, and Moonbar certainly ticks that box.
I looked at its sync grid, and there's actually one grid predictably that I'd probably use, and that's the Twister move gauge refresh 3 and Twister aggravation Like I
Yeah,
wouldn't even use
Twister
it as a
aggregation
striker.
one
I'd just
is
use it as
helpful.
like a side pair and just keep spamming Twister in the background.
I mean, if you were to run Altaria alongside Delphox, there's you could reasonably not let your opponent make a move the whole battle.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be funny. It's got other stuff in its sync grid. Is there anything you want to sort of?
It's got things that make it more bulky, so Witty Comeback, which drastically raises the user's special defense in a pinch, so good way to buff special defense. More HP trade-off, so again, more power the weaker it gets. And then some tech synergy, so improving the strength of moves that depending on how low the opponent's accuracy is. Shelter from sand and snow, and also Spotlight Please Durable 9, which is probably the most helpful, which makes the user able to endure the next hit it would take when the move is successful. So
That's
Spotlight
quite
Please,
incredible. Yeah.
yeah, basically gives you a guaranteed survival from any one attack that's not a sync move, which is really, really helpful when you're trying to synergize around this very low HP build. So not a bad one at all there.
Mm-hmm. So quite a good pair. Would you recommend you pull for it or?
It's being added to the main pool, so probably not one to pull for at the moment. Hold out until you're pulling for a sync pair that isn't available through the normal generic pool, and then try and pick it up through that. I wouldn't necessarily pull for it explicitly. It's good. Defog is certainly new and something we've not had before, but even with that special attack stat, it's not doing anything that sync pairs before can't either work around or do themselves. So.
Yeah. I guess
it's not necessarily one pull for right now.
Biggest draw for it is definitely having a fairy move. Finally, that's
I think the fairy move and defog are the two reasons to go for it. And if you don't have a lot of crit synergy, so you're missing the likes of Alakazam or Charizard, defog is a good way to work around some of the crit shields and other physical shields and stuff that the game can throw at you. So it's not a bad pair if you're newer to the game. It's not a bad pair to go for, but certainly not top tier at this stage.
cool. Thank you very much, and we shall talk about our new friend that came out of nowhere. Alder. He just came out of nowhere. Literally.
Yeah, DNA put out a survey about 2 months ago asking people what they wanted, and one of the things that I think was quite popular was having more sync pairs. So out of the blue, we get Champion Alder and Volcanrona. So not a bad sync pair at all.
Where's Diantha?
So the number of people who had modified the loading screen to remove Diantha and put Alder on, it made me giggle.
Yeah, I can't believe they've actually pulled this off. It's amazing, and he's a Pokefair scout, which is actually quite nice. And
yeah, Pokefair banner, so boosted chance of getting 5 stars, which is always nice. And obviously the standard 2% pull rate for Alder. But what's really, maybe not surprising, is as a champion, this is not a bad sync pair at all.
Before we talk about single pair viability and stuff like that, I did want to bring this up. What's better, his champion theme or Black and White's 2's Iris champion theme?
Oh, his champion theme in what, Masters?
No,
he doesn't have one in Masters.
No. In the mainline series, so Pokemon Black champion versus Pokemon Black 2 or White 2 champion.
Oh, that's hard.
I mean, for me, I was like, I listened to both of them when they came out. I was like, you know what? Black and White 2, better champion theme.
Black and White 2, or Black 2, White 2, the best soundtrack, in my opinion, of any Pokemon game. It's just that every song is a banger.
All right, Chief. We'll settle this on another podcast. Just give me an answer.
Maybe not the best overall, but just in terms of sheer number of banging tunes, it's up there.
So where are you ranking it? Are you ranking him over Iris's tune, or
maybe I will?
Yeah,
maybe
you're going to be the contrarian here.
Maybe
we shall discuss this on a I guess Pokemon music.
Yeah, let's have a dedicated music
Yeah.
podcast.
So yeah, we'll talk about the sync pair then. Hit me.
Yeah, holy moly, this is a powerful sync pair. And we talked about whether you should pull for Lycia and Altaria. If you're newer to the game and you've got either a chance to re-roll or you've got lots of gems to burn, you want to pick this bad boy up. So Struggle Bug, the same as Viola and Masquerain, so gives you a guaranteed special attack drop on the opponent, and it's AoE, so it hits all 3 of them. Die Hit Plus, so +2 crit. Hyper Beam, which is the all-powerful 223 base power move. No other effect, but it does a lot of damage. And thanks to its passive Bug Shift, is a bug type move rather than a normal type move, which is very important for super effective damage. And then a trainer move, Unparalleled Power, which truly is unparalleled, raises the user's special attack 6 stages. So in one go, maxes out your special attack, sharply raises special defense and speed. So it's a shout out to Quiver Dance in raising special defense and speed there.
Oh, that's
what they're going for. That's why it's special
I'm with you.
defense. It's Quiver Dance. And then drastically lowers the user's defense. So luckily you only have to use it once. So you only take -3 defense rather than -6 to get all the buffs that you need. It's a whacking great trainer move.
And
really good.
let's talk about the passives.
Yeah, so really clever passives, and for a strike, a surprising amount of what I would call tech support in both its passives and its sync grid. So Bug Shift, as we talked about, making Hyper Beam bug type. Rejuvenate 6, most famously on Charizard, after using a sync move, recharges the user's move gauge by 6, so you get a full recharge to go straight into Hyper Beam. And Adrenaline 2, one better than Charizard, reduces the sync move countdown by 2 when a sync move is used for the first time. So helping you roll into spamming those sync moves.
So Propulsion versus Adrenaline 2.
Oh, no. Charizard has Adrenaline 1. That was the comparison.
But it's got Propulsion, which
I'm not saying that Charizard doesn't produce the sync move countdown faster. I'm just saying Volcarola has Adrenaline 2, Charizard has Adrenaline 1. I'm not comparing them in any other way.
I'm just saying, if my boy gets abused, I'm here to put you right. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, so pretty good passives, and let's talk about the sync grid. I just want to say the struggle bug sync grid. That's probably what I'd go for.
It's a sync grid full of tech support. So you can have plenty of power on Hyper Beam, plenty of power on Struggle Bug, nothing special there. But what's really interesting, Critical Strike 5 on Struggle Bug, so a big boost to damage, and also super duper effective 9 on Struggle Bug. So really amping the damage, bearing in mind it's AoE as well on Struggle Bug. And then on the flip side, if you're going down the Hyper Beam route,
you've also got Move Gauge Refresh as well. Move
Gauge Refresh. You've got access to Overpower. So the more the target's special attack has been lowered, the more it powers up moves. And Devastation, which is the more the target's special attack has been lowered, the more it powers up sync moves. So you can spam the Struggle Bug 6 times, get them to the minimal special attack, and then Hyper Beam does even more damage through Overpower and Devastation.
Yeah.
Or you can run that through the Struggle Bug grid as well. Lots of options there.
I will say the only drawback to the grid is that you'd probably need to get 3 Alders before he's probably at his best with his grid. Not saying he's not good without his sync grid, but I'm just saying if you are planning to do stuff with his sync grid, you probably want to get it at 3 to take full advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely viable even at 1.5.
Oh yeah, sure.
That trainer move alone, and decent stats across the board again. So special attack at 380,
very very fast,
and good speed 329 unboosted is the base speed, and even reasonable bulk at 667 HP. Although defense and special defense does need some support. It's a strong sync pair, and if you've not got Charizard and you're looking for a strong sync pair, this is not a bad one to look out for.
I will say that if I had this pair, cheekily I'll use it as like a second pair rather than the main striker, and just have all the Struggle Bug stuff plus Overpower, and just let it keep spamming for 1 bar essentially.
Yeah, I mean it really is. I mean in many ways it is a tech pair, although it's classified as strike. It really does fulfill that tech role well with Struggle Bug and the synergy through all of that. Although it's doing a lot of damage through Struggle Bug, it's got a good amount of recharge to make it viable just as a debuffer.
And you were sort of saying to me that there's a couple of sync pairs you think that would go really well with this one. Who are they?
Viola and Masquerain is a really good one to pair it with, because Viola can reduce through its own Struggle Bug the special attack faster, giving Devastation and Overpower a quicker time to charge up. And also Viola acts as the tank, so it can take the hits while you've got Volcarola doing damage. And then I can't remember who the other one was that I pair it with.
I think it might have been Skylar, just to keep them healthy.
Maybe it was Skylar, maybe it was Misty. Misty giving extra special defense boost, Skylar obviously for defense. Both perfectly viable. And the nice thing about Vulcan Roller is it can heal itself as well through Hit and Heal 9. So when it uses its trainer move, it gets healing over time in the same way that you would from Misty's Catch 'em If You Can.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Pokemon Master stuff. Now I did want to mention one thing that actually popped out yesterday night was Tapu Bulu. He's coming on Thursday.
He is. Get your terrain setters and defoggers ready.
Wednesday.
Get your defoggers ready. Get your terrain setters ready. Tapu Bulu is all about grassy terrain, apparently.
Yeah. So it will basically, if you use a grass move, you will heal yourself in grassy terrain. Essentially, that's how that works. And it's got 2 weaknesses. So it's got flying, and then the second bar is poison, and the last bar is flying again. So yeah, something to take note of there.
Makes me wonder if there's. Oh, I guess I was going to say it makes me wonder if there's a strong flying sync pair coming out. But of course, we've got a rerun potentially of sync pairs coming up that are flying type.
Yeah, probably.
But I'm not.
Yeah.
Is that a spoiler?
Speculation.
It's not. Yeah, speculation that we're going to get a rerun. It's speculation.
Yeah, for example, like in the past, whenever they've done these sort of like legendary arena events and stuff like that, they've always had sync pairs super effective come out for that. Even the Rayquaza event that recently came out, you had Olivia and a Kukui banner, so it wouldn't be surprising to see a flying type banner come out for this event. So yeah,
I was surprised actually with the number of really strong bug type sync pairs that we've had. The Tapu Bulu doesn't have a bug type weakness.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because we had Lusamine, we've now got Alder. We've obviously got Noland. Shout out to the Frontier Brain.
Maybe we're getting a new flying pair. Who knows? But that's just speculation for now. Let us move on. Oh wait, did you want to complain about anything? I know you like your little section. Okay.
I finally got all my sync pairs to unlock level cap 125. That was an achievement. Yay!
Wait, there's no complaints from you.
Oh, they gave away. We should say they gave away 1,500 free gems to celebrate 30 million downloads. Which is less gems than they'd normally give for celebration, but it's free gems. It's free gems.
Now this is where Amit says, yeah, so they got 30 million downloads, but that's just because people constantly uninstall, reinstall the game. We'll move on. Well, I'll stop making fun of you. Let's move on. Well, it's November 9th, and Christmas is so close, and so the Pokemon Center, in Japan at least, are giving you this. Check these out. There's Christmas toppers and Christmas plushes. So yeah, what do you think of them?
I love them. I love that. Actually, the one that caught my eye immediately was Applin, and now I need to get that on my front door for Christmas.
Yeah, I like the Applin, but I think my pick of the bunch is the Score Bunny. It's Score Bunny Christmas version.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I like them all actually. I like Grookey's like headphone like earmuffs. Yeah, they're cool.
Just very nice. And I like how the little like Snom, Pincurchin, and what's the one in the middle? What's its name? It's gonna annoy me. Pukumuku. Yeah. The little. I don't know if it's right to call them slobs or blobs.
It's weird
blobs. Call them
it's
blobs.
Weird that they've done one for Pukumuku, even though these are all Gen 8.
Guess. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good observation. Okay. Of the hanging variety, I guess.
Well, no, all of them. Other than, I exclude Pikachu, but
yeah,
Pikachu.
Maybe because it looks like a bit like a star, perhaps. I don't know.
I mean, Pincurchin, Pukumuku, and Snom have similar body types. Maybe it's that.
You're right. I've got some news for you though, coming up in this next little section.
On the Pokemon Center, there is breaking news.
Oh, wait. That's on the next round.
Oh.
Podcast has got breaking news. I can't hit me with the breaking news.
If you live in Canada, you can now get the Pokemon Center to ship stuff to you. Congratulations if you live in Canada.
I don't live in Canada, but that is excellent news. Yeah, I saw this, and then my first comment was, UK next, please. I was talking to someone about this, and she was just saying that she wasn't able to come down to London for the pop-up centre. Now, as you remember, of course, that we were supposed to be getting a Pokemon Center, not Pokemon Center. We were supposed to get like a Pokemon merchandise sort of pop-up Dream Worlds this year. Obviously, with coronavirus and whatnot, it didn't happen. But I'd be surprised that with how the Pokemon Center pop-up went, that they're not thinking about opening up one permanently here. Because like,
I don't understand why they wouldn't open one up permanently.
Every single day, there were queues for God knows how long, to the point that they had to say to people, you can't queue after like, I don't know, 12 p.m. or so. It was absolutely insanely busy. Like, I was there on the second day, got there by like 6 a.m. in the morning, and I was queuing for 8 hours. Literally 8 hours just to get in on the second day, that is. So
but you made it, right? You made it in.
Oh yeah, of course. I managed to get the stuff up bar one, but it's not a big deal. But yeah, no, that's the other thing. They had to put restrictions on the amount of things you could buy. They had to discontinue stock as well because they just didn't have any more of it.
Yeah, so, I mean, never has a pop-up in, I think, Westfield been so successful ever.
Yeah, so it's...
I mean Westfield? I do mean Westfield.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they don't eventually open up a permanent one. But at least let us post to the UK now. I mean, I guess it's going to be a bit hard with sort of Brexit and what happens with deal versus no deal and whatnot, but...
just Noel Edmonds.
Yeah, well... I wish it was. I wish that whole thing was about Noel Edmonds and nothing else. But yeah, no. I at least I've got like a family member I can send stuff to. But yeah, give us some love in the UK, you know. But I'm so happy for Canada. I'm really happy for Canada, and hopefully, like with them adding Canada, they're thinking about adding more and more countries now. Maybe they've seen enough success in the US to be like, yeah, let's start going worldwide with this. Fingers crossed is all I'll say, because it is strange that, in fact, forget the UK for a second, the Europe in its entirety does not have any sort of Pokemon Center access at all.
No, not at the moment.
Full stop, be it online or physically. So yeah, depressingly enough. And I well, whilst we're talking about Pokemon Center stuff, there is a new sort of Pokemon Center. I think it's temporary though in Singapore. So yeah, Singaporeans look into that. But yeah, that's it for the breaking podcast form news. We shall go to the next section. This is the podcast form news roundup. And so we find out that the next batch of episodes for Pokemon Journeys will be released on Netflix in the US on December 4th, 2020. So what episode are they up to now in English?
24.
24. Okay, so what, 36 then for the next quarter?
Yeah, in theory. Have they confirmed it'll be 12 episodes? Because I know there was the Japanese hiatus while COVID and stuff was settling. So it may not be a full 12 episodes, but I think most people are expecting 12.
I think it'll be 12 minimum as usual for the quarter. I think that's how they're doing it. They're doing it in like quarterly batches, so like 12 weeks, 12 episodes. Yeah. So cool. Sword and Shield have sold 19 million copies worldwide, and I think off the top of my head that makes it the fifth, if I'm remembering correctly, the fifth best-selling Switch game.
Yeah, I think that's right. And
I think we've got more copies to be sold now that they've introduced this new sort of version with the expansion pass included.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will boost sales.
Do you think it will get to gold, silver level? I think that's about 24.
I don't know if it'll hit quite that level. It's selling very, very well, but I don't know if it'll quite get to that peak.
We'll see how much of a boost this new expansion sort of one does, especially with Christmas coming up and rumors of a Switch Pro coming next year. We'll see. And just the final thing is the English version of the new Twilight Wings episode. So the Pokemon Company are doing another Twilight Wings episode, which focuses on the expansion aspect of Sword and Shield. And that'll be coming out on the 17th for the English. It's out now in Japanese if you care to watch. I watched it. I'm very happy. We'll speak about it when the English one comes out. Yeah,
And also, the first 5 episodes of Pokemon Journeys are now available on Pokemon TV. If you don't have Netflix and you don't live in the US, you can download the Pokemon TV app and watch them anytime.
lucky you. Lucky you. We shall move on to everybody's favorite section. Where the Helioptile's Pokemon sleep. Alright. I might have discovered something.
What?
I might have an inkling as to how far we are from Pokemon sleep. So, as we all know, the Crown Tundra came out end of October.
Yep.
And you have to do these sort of quests, right?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Well, you just have to do some quests, right? And one of those quests involves catching Pokemon. Specifically, the Galarian birds.
Yes.
Now, all 3 of my Galarian birds have a mark. Now, do you want to explain to the people what a mark is, firstly?
Sure. So in Sword and Shield, they introduced something called marks, which is basically like a unique little stamp that certain wild Pokemon can have when you catch them. So if you catch a Pokemon in the hail, there's like a 1% chance of it to have a mark that signifies that it was caught in the hail, or the same for Sunny and all those other things.
All 3 of my Galarian birds had 1 mark, and 1 mark alone. They had the sleepy mark. Pokemon Sleep is coming. It's coming. They've asked us trainers to catch these Pokemon with these sleepy marks to summon the power of Pokemon Sleep. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming by the end of this year. I don't guarantee it. It's probably going to be delayed. But hey, we have to hold on to something. It's coming this year. I think.
I mean, I was going to argue that you discovered Pokemon Sleep, soft resetting for that shiny Registeel.
I did have a great
maybe
Pokemon
that's what
Sleep.
maybe that's what Pokemon Sleep will be. Is just you have to soft reset for a shiny, and if you fall asleep along the way, it's done its job.
I'm already
You're an expert.
Yeah, experiencing. I didn't wake up at 3 p.m. that day, so yeah. So yeah, Pokemon Sleep. There's some sleepy marks in the game attached to these birds. I found. Is it coming by the end of this year? We'll see, I guess. Where's Pokemon Sleep?
Where the Helioptile is Pokemon Sleep. Come on, guys.
Exactly. But what we do have, I hope, is the unknown fact of the week.
We always have unknown fact of the week.
Oh, I loved it. All right, give it to me.
So, okay, I gotta build up to this mentally.
Okay.
Sorry, I just had a pop-up come up. This week, on the trip on the SS Aqua from Vermilion City to Olivine City in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, there's a Pokefan that you can like a double battle that you can battle, but each trainer has 4 Pokemon each. Now, you don't necessarily have to engage them in a double battle, but if you do, in theory, they have 8 Pokemon between them, which is the only Pokemon battle you can battle with 8 Pokemon.
Oh, no, you're right. Hang on a minute. Now I'm thinking about it. The max double battles I can remember is like each trainer has 3 Pokemon maximum. So you essentially get into like a battle of 6 Pokemon at the very most with double battles.
So normally when 2 trainers, so if there's 2 independent trainers and there is a way to like walk directly in between them so that you battle both of them at the same time.
I used to do that sometimes when my Pokemon like low health when I was younger. I was like, oh no, I can't afford to do this right now.
Yeah, take on one, then take on the other.
Yeah.
Normally they would always have exactly 3 Pokemon each, so that the battle in total was a
grand total of 6 Pokemon.
A 6 on 6.
Oh,
but in Heart
God.
Gold Soul Silver in the remake, they both have 4 Pokemon and you can battle them both.
So these are fan trainers. Do they just have like things like Pikachu and baby Pokemon and stuff like that?
Yeah. So looking at the weirdly they don't seem to have. I'm just looking at it now. Weirdly they don't. It looks like they have 5 and 3 rather than 4 and 4. I thought it was 4 and 4, but it's 5 and 3. And it's
That's so weird.
How would that even? I don't even know how that works in the game. I need to go and investigate this. I need to boot up my old copy of Hot God Soul Silver and go and do this battle. But it's 4 Sentra and a Furret for Pokefan Georgia, and 3 Meowth for Pokefan Jeremy. So lots and lots of pretty easy Pokemon to knock out at that point in the game. But yeah, it's the only trainer encounter that could have a potential of 8 against 6.
Pest control. That's the theme. And ladies and gentlemen, that's been another episode of the PokeRAMBLE podcast. You can find us as usual at twitch.tv/KamelH every Sunday, sometimes Monday, but usually Sunday at 7:30 p.m. You can find us on YouTube at the PokeRAMBLE podcast. You can find us on Spotify at the PokeRAMBLE podcast. You can find us on Pocketscast at the PokeRAMBLE podcast. You can find me when I'm not soft resetting at twitter.com/KamelH. You can also find me at simplysassyvids.com. So yeah, Simply Sassy Vids, check it out. We're making some cool stuff. Also on YouTube. Amit, anything you want to plug?
Yeah, you can find me by emailing PokeRAMBLEpod@gmail.com.
Please email him. Please email him.
I'm lonely, guys.
And on that note, look after yourselves, stay safe, keep Pokemoning.